Today I'm going to be solving your life problems. I do these all the time on my Instagram story and I just get so many DMs after DMs saying that you love my advice. Honestly, I love giving advice. Do I take my own advice always? No, but I think I'm really good at giving it. I pretty much am only giving advice on things that I have personally gone through or that I can pretty much relate to, or maybe a really close person to me has gone through. So I'm not just gonna give advice on something that I really know nothing about. I'm so glad that you guys all got personal on here and really just opened up to me, which I appreciate so much. If you want to be in the next video like this, you can just follow me on Instagram. It's Sadie Aldis. Let's get right on into this. I got this one 20 trillion times. Not caring about what others think. Hi, I'm Sadie Aldis. I was a people pleaser, literally would put other people's opinions in front of my own. High school is detrimental for that. First of all, no one really cares what you're doing. Everyone is always worried about themselves. Think of how much you think about how you look or how you acted with someone, what you said, how much you think about that versus how much you think about what the other person said. So I really do think that if you just go about your life, keep telling yourself no one cares what you're doing, only you have to care about what you're doing, that is really going to help. Also though, say people do care what you're doing and they're talking behind your back or they're making fun of you straight up to your face. That it literally says so much about them. It says nothing about you because all you're doing is being yourself and minding your own business. They must be so bored with their own life and so insecure with their own self to purposely observe you, analyze you, pin down something that they think is weird about you and spread it to other people. That is literally fan club behavior. Like they're literally trying so hard to tear you down, which means you make them insecure. On some level, they think you're doing better than them in some way. It really is so hard to like see through that because when you're getting made fun of, it's so hard to be like, oh, but it has nothing to do with me. Think about what type of person is going to be caring that much about what you're doing. And if they do care that much, obviously there's something they have to work on with themselves. Do those people even like themselves? Probably not. Sometimes you just need someone to tell you no one really cares. If you want to become an influencer, post on your social media like you're already an influencer. Yes, people are going to talk about you. That means that they are jealous, they are insecure, and they are bored. Everyone pressures me to try stuff because I'm almost 18 and still haven't had a boyfriend nor my first kiss. Okay, I have so many friends that are over the age of 18 that literally have not had a boyfriend, not kissed anyone. It is so normal. I feel like movies these days makes it seem like everyone is doing so much in high school. Like high school, you're literally so young. Even university, you're so young. And you don't just want to do those things just to do them. Like honestly, no. I can tell you that it is so attractive to boys, if this is what you're worried about, when you haven't gone and done a million things. That is literally something to be proud of. It shows that you have self-restraint, you don't give into peer pressure, that you're confident in yourself, and you don't have to look for validation anywhere else. There have been a couple of times where I would have been like, kind of wish I didn't kiss that boy. Once again, coming back to the same thing that I said before, no one really cares. The only time this is ever going to come up is say if you're talking to your friends about it, and if your friends make you feel bad about it, what type of friends are those? They're literally making you feel bad about having self-restraint. I have so many friends that have literally done nothing. I don't see them any differently. So if I cannot see them any differently and treat them with the exact same amount of respect and still see that they're so fun without even having to do anything, then anyone can. It doesn't mean that you're not fun or like a buzzkill or you're not down to like have fun with people if you don't do stuff like that. That literally has no relation at all. Speaking of, what makes a toxic friend? In my time on this earth, I have definitely had some toxic friendships, and the funny thing is that they were friends that were very close to me. It's so weird. I think it's so hard to see, kind of like when you're in a relationship, when you're in the friendship, you literally are letting so many things slide that normally you wouldn't if this is someone that you had just met, but because there's so much history and there's so much time invested in this person and in this friendship, you kind of let all of these things slide. I think that's probably why people just find themselves suddenly in a toxic relationship with one of their closest friends. You're probably just like, okay, how is this happening? Am I just like tripping myself out? Like, is this person actually toxic? So I know what you mean when you're like, what actually makes a toxic friend? There are so many different things, but I think you can have such a good person as your friend or even as your best friend, but if there is jealousy or insecurity involved, you literally cannot change that at all. Like, you have nothing to do with that. And especially if it's towards you, if there's insecurity, jealousy towards you, a friendship can literally break because of that. I think that is what can really make a friend toxic, and they might not even be doing it on purpose. The grasshoppers outside are so noisy. Anyways, if they're choosing other people over you, what else? Oh my god, there can be so many things. If they're not reciprocating energy, or if you just don't agree with some of the things that they're doing, there are so many things. And I think people have made it such a big deal to not be friends with someone anymore. There are definitely a lot of things that makes toxic friends, but insecurity and jealousy is definitely one of the most detrimental in my experience. When your boyfriend starts ignoring you and won't text back for no apparent reason. I have definitely noticed that I even have let so many things slide that my ideal best self, highest self, most confident, most self-assured Sadie would never let slide, and things that I literally have written down on paper. My future boyfriend has to blah 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 blah, and he won't blah 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 blah. Like basically just my standards. I am telling you, if they start ignoring you and if they start not reciprocating the same energy that you do, that is literally the bare minimum. I'm telling you right now, I'm looking you in your eyes, that is the bare minimum. If they respond to you consistently, and if they consistently show you that they care about you and that they're making time for you, and this goes in a friendship as well, that is also the bare minimum. Like when they respond consistently, or if they can't respond, will tell you I'm busy today, or if they communicate well with you, that is also the bare minimum. So if they are not doing that and say they're getting too comfortable around you and they kind of just stop appreciating you for who you are and they kind of start ignoring you, their replies start getting slower or just getting more dry, when a guy likes you, they will literally show you, and they will make sure that you know how much they mean to them. Like I have actually learned this through guy friends myself, and I've asked them, when you like a girl, will it be confusing? No, it won't be confusing. So if you are confused and you have talked to him about this, you should only have to talk about it once. You know what I mean? And then they should be like, oh my gosh, I don't want to lose her. Like, let me do what I was doing at the beginning to get her. And sometimes guys like to chase and then they just kind of stop because they really honestly just like the chase. And then when they get you, like they get the prize, they're like, okay, well, I did that, on to the next sort of thing. Keep in mind, guys don't mature until they're literally like 23 and girls mature at like 19. There's a little bit of an imbalance there, which is why I feel like so many people in my age group are like, what is going on with these boys? I just keep trying to remind myself, Sadie, is this person actually amazing, or are they just responding to you consistently? And even if they are, what else? Like, what else do they bring to the table? My advice to you, that was a really roundabout way of saying it, is talk to him, and if he doesn't change his behavior, you would know for sure if this is someone that really wants you. If you're not feeling that, and if you keep holding on to what is not meant for you, you are pushing off the person that is meant for you and will actually respond consistently and will show you that they care and won't have dry responses all the time. My life has become so dull, like all the days feel the same, and I would like to change it. Okay, I went through this definitely a couple of months ago. I actually made a whole video on it, so if you want to know how to spice up your life and date yourself and romanticize your life, you can click the I, because I made a whole entire video about that, and I actually love that video. But when life feels like every single day is the same, I think it's because you have nothing that you're like really working towards. Because think about when you had a goal that you were super inspired about, and then you kind of just woke up and you would think about the goal, and then you would like, it would be running through your mind, and then you'd be like, let me take like a step towards this goal today. And it doesn't even have to be a goal that's like a career goal or anything like that. It could be a goal of, I want to really just become the most confident in myself that I can, and say that is your goal for the next couple of months. Something that actually excites you though, that will make life worth living, like give you a purpose that you are literally just giving to yourself. All you need is a goal. All you need is a goal. I'm gonna make that a quote. All you need is a goal. How to deal with the fear of failure and the need to constantly overachieve. Sometimes the best advice that I can give you is that I am also going through the same problem. And sometimes you just need to know that someone else is going through the same struggle as you, and that'll automatically lift a weight off of your shoulders. I am experiencing that right now. I have thoughts about not being good enough, always want to overachieve. I always see everything as a competition. That is definitely one of my biggest things that I want to work on, and I want to just let myself be good enough even if it's not perfect. If you have any advice for that, please comment down below for me. Like, I would definitely appreciate that. I broke up with all of my friends because they mistreated me so much, but now I don't have any. I also think social media makes it seem like you need to have this ginormous friend group, and everyone has these huge, especially girlfriend groups. It's kind of scary to not have a girlfriend group, or even look like you don't have a girlfriend group, because it seems like everyone has them nowadays. I was just catching up with this old friend like a couple of weeks ago. I was like, oh, so how is so-and-so? Because she was in this huge girlfriend group and they went to the same school as me. And then she was like, oh my god, I literally hate those girls. I cannot stand them. No, there was like so much drama. They were literally such bad people. We literally don't talk anymore, blah, blah, blah. And in my view on Instagram, it literally seemed like they were inseparable, best friends, had the best life. They were going out. They were always together. And I was like, wait a second. Social media is fake. Just giving you a little bit of comfort there. Not everyone has a friend group that they are actually close with, and maybe if it even looks like they do, a lot of those people don't like each other, and it's actually a lot of drama. So I would definitely suggest not even trying to have a group of friends. I love having 3 close friends that I can literally share anything to, and also it's really good to have like a small amount of friends. Then when you have news to share, or when you have a problem that you really want someone to help you with, then you don't have to go and tell a bunch of people. Like, it's actually more work to like inform everyone on your life. Then you can also have more time to listen to each person's advice and really make the best decision for you. I'm so happy that you actually did break off that friendship with them, because obviously you realized that they were not meeting your expectations. Just enjoy your life. Like, just focus on being happy. Focus on being happy, spending time with yourself, doing things that you want to do now that you don't have to really ask your friends if they want to do it. Just focus on making yourself so happy and going out and doing things by yourself, and that will attract the same type of people that are on the same vibration as you. Better friends are going to come to you, and even if it's only one friend, that is so worth it. I'm scared when I think about my future. Which career path to choose? Missing opportunities. Okay, I got this question so much. I used to be so scared about choosing the right program, choosing the right university. Even when I was deciding to go to university, or should I continue YouTube, all of these things, even if, say, you picked the wrong career path, completely wrong, you picked biology to go into, and really what you were meant to do and what's going to give you the most opportunities is drama. Honestly, I think coming out of high school, it's just like picking something, trying it, and then probably 50% of the people are going to change their majors in the second year or during university, or maybe you go through the whole of university and you change after that. You're still so young. Like, when you're in your 20s, you're still so young. And the worst thing you could do is just not decide on something, because that'll just hold yourself back. And every single experience that you go through is going to help you. Things that you learn in biology are actually going to help you in drama. And it'll also give you a value proposition. Like, it is going to differentiate you because you've actually had a different university experience or life experience than other people that are going to be in your drama class that you can actually bring to that. So literally any decision is going to help you. Going into communications and going to Laurier, I don't know if I'm even going to end up in communications for my career, but I'm doing the closest thing that I think I would like. As I go through it, I'm going to find out what I don't like and what I like, and those are so valuable. And then I'm going to just make little decisions throughout the way. It takes the pressure off of the original decision that you have to make about what am I going to do with my life. Like, I just feel so much comfort knowing that it's not just one and done. You can experience something and then make another decision and then change your path, and experience thing, make another decision and change your path. Like, it's literally just repeating decisions. Don't be afraid about missing out on opportunities, because if those opportunities are meant for you, they will come at a later time. Like, they always find your way to you. If you keep moving forward, don't just stay stagnant, because that is actually going to get you closer to where you're actually supposed to be. People take me for granted because I am understanding and compassionate. You are talking to your twin. We are the same. I also always try to see the absolute best in people, and that's even to a fault. Literally, when people are actually hurting me, I can be like, no, but making excuses for them over and over and over. And that is one thing that I'm trying not to do, because that is not being understanding anymore. That's not being compassionate anymore. That is literally being oblivious. There is a scale. Letting 1 or 2 things slide and forgiving someone if they hurt you and being compassionate towards them, maybe they're going through something, yes. But repeated behavior and constantly forgiving them is literally being naive. I feel like I've gotten used and hurt so many times that now I do have more confidence to kind of stop it earlier than I have let it slide in the past. Honestly, it's just experience and gaining that confidence to be like, I actually know that I don't deserve this. This is not me being understanding anymore. Like, this is me literally just teaching them and letting the other person grow by you not being as compassionate as you were before. Like, you were actually helping the other person and showing yourself self-respect. I've been dating this guy for 5 years. Obviously, we're in a serious relationship and planning to spend our lives together, but I don't feel butterflies when I see him. It's not this maddening feeling we see in the movies. Is that okay? Even though I love movies with my whole entire heart, I literally watch movies all the time, teen romance movies, all of those romance movies, love. They do give an unrealistic expectation and kind of a bad expectation about being in love and being in a relationship. When you get butterflies around a person, that's why you probably get butterflies on the first or second date, or when you're hanging out with someone for the first time, because you are nervous. Butterflies are literally nerves. I got butterflies before I used to go on stage for my solo when I did dance, and it was not a good feeling. Like, it was not an exciting butterflies. It was like, I'm gonna throw up. If you get butterflies every single time you're around that person, you're in a serious relationship, and you just said like you wanted to spend the rest of your lives together. Not saying that you shouldn't feel anything when you're with them. Feeling butterflies, I feel like, is actually a bad sign, because that means you feel like you can't be yourself around them. Like, you feel like you can't be fully yourself and calm and have to kind of put up a certain front when you're around them if you do get butterflies. I kind of wanted to feel more like a best friendship than a relationship. If you have already been in a serious relationship for a long time and there's like nothing that bothers you about that person and you're not getting butterflies, I think those are actually all good signs. How do you take care of your diabetes without feeling so burnt out from it? I love this question because I wish that people knew how much work goes into taking care and managing type 1 diabetes or type 2 diabetes in general. It is literally a full-time job. It never ends, and that's why burnout from diabetes, or honestly taking care of any like autoimmune disease or any chronic illness like that, it's literally the hardest thing ever. And when you are burnt out, it's so hard to keep going and keep taking care of yourself, especially when it's been years and years and years. I have had diabetes for like 16 years. So I feel like every single day for 16 years, even the mental toll that it takes on you, not even with just all of the needles and the testing and the food and all of that, aside from that, just the mental capacity it takes. Like imagine if I could just go out to a sleepover at night, or I could like go out with my friends and just not have to constantly check my blood sugar and make sure that I'm not going to go low overnight, because it is literally so dangerous. Like if I had a life like that where I didn't have to check my blood sugar and worry about that, I feel like I would have so much brain space left for so many other things and so much energy left for so many other things. But now that I don't have that, I honestly think burnout is unavoidable, but there is a mindset shift that can help you get through it. For me, it's like I have to think about and remind myself all of the good things that diabetes has given to me. So it literally forces me to take care of myself. And I am so grateful that at such a young age, I knew so much about health, way more than other people my age. Like I knew what was good for my body, what was bad for my body. I never got sick. Like I was just so healthy and I never get sick now. That is what I'm like, oh my god, diabetes literally forced me to want to be healthy. And I love that. And taking care of my diabetes does give me some sort of like, wow, you're an adult. Like you are taking care of this all by yourself. You are keeping yourself alive. You are literally keeping your body alive right now by giving yourself insulin and managing your blood sugars. Like I'm personally keeping myself alive. Frederick Banting kept me alive first. Other than that, it's me. I feel so girl boss when I'm taking my little insulin. Those are the two biggest things that I am actually thankful for from diabetes. And when I remind myself of that, I get less burnt out and I'm just like, okay, let me just test and take insulin for this, do whatever I needed to do, but that helps me feel less burnt out. That was so fun. I actually love filming videos like this. It is like my favorite thing to do. I literally just feel like I'm having a conversation with my bestie. If you want more videos like this, please let me know. I'd be so glad to just like throw this in as like a bonus video during the week. And then you guys can ask me on my Instagram and I'll just answer them on here, because I feel like I can give longer answers here than I can in my Instagram stories. Subscribe and press the bell if you want to see more of me and my face and my videos. I love you so much. I hope you have the best day ever, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.